Okay, we're doing this live business again. I really have to brush my hair more frequently. Um, I received my hat machine, so I'm going to try to do a little hello to the sock and the hat machine. This is my sock machine. They're basically the same. This is 3/4 of an inch wider across. So I have not measured around. I have 48, 64, and 72 stitch cylinders for the sock machine now. I have a 60 and 90 for the hat machine, plus a ribber for both. I will tell you, I got the hat machine and I was in love. See, it's almost the same thing. I'm going to try to set up some yarn right now. The thing is, I immediately started cranking, and although they come ready to go, it just was too tight. My husband tried to try on the hat, and it was just too tight. So I don't know what the deal was with that. But I have since changed the cylinder a few times back and forth because they're very tight when you first get them. This one does seem to crank far more tight, which is bizarre because I've loosened
That's why he tears up your toys.
I have loosened the tension as much as possible in it to give me the stretchiest hat possible. I'm just so excited. This was a number 2 sport weight on my 90 cylinder, and I have a regular adult 21 to 22 inch head. So it fits. I can, make a brim in it. I can do ribbing. I can do all kinds of things. This is a fingering weight.
Can it fit me?
Yes, honey, it fits you. You've already had it on.
Can I have it?
In a minute when I finish it. So this is the fingering weight one. It's very slouchy and fabulous.
And I can finish.
Although I don't think I made it quite long enough.
I can finish.
No, you do not crank right now. Thank you. But if you take the fingering and put it inside the sport weight, you have a double layer,
Where's my thing? Put it right here.
reversible hat, and it does fit without any issue. So I have no idea why I was having such an issue. I thought it was the loosest tension when I first got it, but I don't think it was. So then I cranked it all the way down and back again. I'm very excited. I have some really cool ideas of ribbing to use in making a hat without the ribber, a faux rib, because I find the ribber to be just very, very challenging. And I want to get there someday. It's just not going to be now. There are other things on my agenda. It's okay to let it go and still have the stuff. What do you want to say for your turn?
I want a ton of the hat Mommy made it.
Oh, you want to put it on your head.
Here. Where is it?
Come here. Come here. Come here, little girl. Yes, sit there.
And I want this one too. Really nice.
Orientation is locked. Please don't mess with it.
Now I want this side on. This side.
Okay, then put it on.
I need you, Mom.
Okay.
Sit down.
Hold on. Yes, very, very lovely, isn't it?
Not city sign.
Yes, it'll be very easy to make some hats for some kids.
Not
Stop,
Susie's
we're not
time.
putting it on the dog. That's enough. So I just wanted to get out there and make my podcast for today. I did already get a hold of the winner in the sock thread for January announcements, and her package is on the way. I'm so thrilled for everyone's interaction and appreciate that everybody's been here with me throughout. Oh, here you go. This is what I mean by faux ribbing. See, that looks pretty ribbed, doesn't it? My camera stand is being goofy. Okay. But all it is that I've actually taken a needle out of play every so many stitches, but it gives it a ribbed effect. So I'm very excited to, I think this one will be nice to be just a neck warmer. I really like how the ribbing didn't detract from the patterning in this yarn. So I am going to try to steam my ends and then take the waste yarn off so that I can do the Kitchenering where you sew it instead of having to have it on needles. I saved a video that I found on Facebook about it. I'm sure you could find it on YouTube. But the faux rib just really, I think, enhances the patterning on this yarn. And this was, what was this yarn? This. It is called Skein Hazel. It's a merino cashmere fingering in 400, and there's 400 meters. And it's skeinyarn.com. It's quite lovely. Yeah, I really do like it. So sadly, I go back to work on Monday. I've got to work more hours again this week. Connor will be at Grandma and Grandpa's a lot because he starts school hopefully the following week. And perhaps I will have time to crank out some hats and do some playing around and get some gifts that I meant for Christmas for people but never got out beforehand. Maybe I'll get them out now. So that is everything. I hope everybody's year is starting off well. I'm happy to be in 2019, and I'm happy to be here with you, and I am looking forward to starting the Yarn Closet webpage again, to have more links to some of the older Looming Laura patterns, some of the newer patterns I make, the circular knitting machine patterns, and possibly selling some of the hat blanks. So what that means is people sell cranked tubes to make socks from. I'm thinking about selling cranked tubes that people can then make hats from. Or you just unravel the yarn and use it like a regular sock blank. The reason I'm thinking about doing that is because nobody else is doing it. I don't want to jump into the market with everybody else who's doing the sock tubes. But I will also start talking about it with prizes that you can have an option over a cranked hat tube or a cranked sock tube. They can be either a plain stitch, so you can do a long hung hem brim and just unravel a bit and maybe hand knit some decreases, or just do a, what would you call that? A pulled together top. My son has been trying to get me to talk about merch, Mom, merch. I think he's a riot, but I got him a Yarn Closet t-shirt, and it's big. He loves it. It's kind of funny. But perhaps I'll have a few of those things. The hat blanks would also be just solid. They would have some faux ribbing. Some of them would have the brims already hung, so you'd only have to finish at the top. They could possibly be 50 grams of one yarn, 50 grams of another yarn, so that you could then make a reversible hat. There's a lot of options, and I'm definitely looking into that. So I hope everybody is starting to think positively about this new year and not negatively about themselves or their situations. I always think it's not really a time of this New Year's resolution, but a time to be positive about what's going forward in your life, because whether we like it or not, every day passes, we're just moving. We're just moving down forward in our lives. We can either do it without thought, without effort, negatively, or the dog and the child are playing, or with some joy and some excitement, and just try stuff. And if it doesn't work, whatever. You know, what have we really lost? If our heart's in it and it's a good thing. So thank you, folks. Once again, I will have to figure out how to end this.